third time's a charm. I hope. This is the third time I've tried to record this video today. But anyway, hello everybody. I had planned on doing it on one video, but I'm having a few issues with my laptop. I'm not really sure what's going on, but things are working a bit slow. So I decided to just pop over to Photoshop, show you a couple of tricks you can do to help a sunset, try things out. I'm not really sure how we're going to go. We'll see how my laptop is. But yeah, I'm starting to think I need to find some new recording software for doing my screen. So if you know anything that isn't too expensive, because I don't make any money from any of this, so it has to be something that is affordable. So anyway, we're just going to take a look at one of the photos I took last week or the week before when I was in the city at sunset. I know sunsets and sunrises are probably among the most popular subjects for people to photograph. And like, while you can get them home and you get them on your computer and you think, oh, I'm sure it was better than that, there are a couple of things you can do to help them out. So we're going to have a look at that. Now, before we go any further, I just want to ask you to kind of help me out here. If you like what I do, it'd be really good if you could subscribe, like the videos, maybe share. I don't know if I'm really that good to share, but anyway, it just helps with YouTube. I think helps a lot. So let's get on with it. We're going to have a look at this photo here. I'm just going to blow it up so you can have a look. See if we can do this. Come on. There we go. So we're going to use this image. I was using a different image in the other two attempts, but we're just going to go with this one for this one. Did that make any sense? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's try opening it. Because it's a raw image, it is going to open up in Camera Raw from Photoshop, and then we'll see where we go from there. And we just wait for Photoshop to open. I think this is working a little bit faster. Maybe I should have had the power connected to the laptop. I didn't before, and my battery went flat, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so now we have the photo in Camera Raw. There are a couple of things we could do here. One of the things is to try and make sure that the image is straight. You can do this in Photoshop, or you can do it here in Camera Raw. We'll just do it here so I can show you what you do. So you just go up here to the crop tool, and you'll see here somewhere there is a level, and you want that level. So just pick, so with an image like this, you can just pick something. So because this image, or not image, but this building is going to be in the middle, we kind of want it to be straight. Doesn't really matter about the rest of them, but we want that building straight. Okay, so now we'll just click to get back to this here. We're not going to do that much to this, I don't think. Let's try and see if we can turn the highlights. Oh, this is working so much better than it was before. Do we want to bring the shadows up? Actually, if you don't mind, I'm just going to turn the light off so I can see a bit better. Okay. And shut the door. Okay. I don't know about the shadows. I don't think, like, normally I would bring the whites up a bit too, but I think in this image it's not really that big a deal. You know, if you press the Alt key and then you press on this, it goes black, and then you can just keep going until you've got a little bit of white, and then that's supposed to say that's where the white should be. And you can do this same thing with black. So you just keep going until you can see. So you can see some black in the image there. I don't know. Some people do, I don't know. I'm not big on the whole, like, here's the histogram up here. I don't really care about the histogram. Where are all my adjustment layers gone? Oh no, they were not going to be in this, are they? We're not in Photoshop. Silly me. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I don't know that I really want to do that much more to it here. We might bring up the textures, just give it a bit more grunt, but I think that's fine. So let's just open it. You might notice too here, I've explained this before, that I do smart objects. You can get that with clicking here, and you check this, open in Photoshop as a smart object or not. The beauty of it is when you work with a smart object, it means you can't actually do anything to the original layer, or the original, like the layer that you, or the raw image kind of thing. It also means that there are some things that you just can't do with the image, which can be a bit frustrating, but you'll live with it. Like, you can't use content aware, because you have to be able to use content aware on the original image, and you can't do anything to that, to this layer, basically the first layer. So you can't do anything to it, so it gets a bit frustrating. So anyway, one of the first things about this image is I don't like all this white up here. So I'm just going to crop this image. You know, the image that I had planned on using. All right, go away. What is all this stuff coming up all the time? So here I'm using the original ratio. So you can see here, up here, you can use lots of different things. So if you want a square image, you just click that. If you want to do different, I just want the original. We'll just undo that. And so we're just going to bring in, why has it gone to ratio? Original, please. And we'll just go down maybe to about there. What do you think? Oh, you often, I don't know why, but you have to press the, what do you call it? The, enter button twice. I don't know why. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. So there's our image. So what do we want to do with this? Well, there is a lot more red in that sky and in the water. So I think one of the first things we're going to do is go to the hue and saturation. We're not going to do the whole image. We just want to pick on the reds. So we're just going to select the reds. And then we'll just, like if we could take it, like that's too much. Let's just take it back. So we just want to bring this up slowly until we get to a point where we kind of like, I think that's fine. If we click that layer off and put it back on again, we can see we've enhanced the reds a lot more. And, you know, like, you don't really have to do that. One of the things I should say, like sometimes that might be all you do. I'm going to add another layer, and then I'm going to use my heel brush, and I'm going to make sure that this is ticked where it says sample all layers, because we want it to go to the bottom layer. I'm just going to make this brush a bit small. I don't like these white spots in the sky, so we're just going to get rid of them. Are there any more? No. Okay, and another thing that I would do, which I always do, and anybody who's been following me will know this, is I like to give the sky a bit of darkness. Like to me it's almost like putting a lid on the top of it to keep your view, and I'm going to do it down the bottom as well. So it's a bit like a vignette, I suppose, but that's a bit, let's just go back. Okay, I'm just going to make this image a tad smaller. Is this not working? Okay. I've got a special thing to use with my, I probably wanted a bit bigger than that, but I don't know why this thing isn't working. Anyway, doesn't matter. Don't need it. I want to give it a bit more, but I want to start from back here, sort of. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure that I would do that much more to this. I think that's enough. Sometimes less is more. Is that the saying? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this probably wasn't a great example. I mean, there were some others. Let me just go back to, come on. Oh, I don't want that. Okay. Oh my God. Let's just close this down a bit. And let's see if we can get this up now. Oh, I did want this, didn't I? Let's find one that had a lot more red in it. Let's say this one. I'm not going to do that much, but this other one has a lot more red in the sky, so you can, hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So, I mean, it's got all these big white yucky bits, but anyway. So just put the highlights down. We'll just do a quick blacks. Yeah, let's just open it. Okay, so this one, as I said, has a lot more red. We could try and get rid of all of this. The content aware tool would be way better, but we'll just see how it goes. Okay, that'll do. So now what we can do is get our saturation tool, and this, hopefully you'll really be able to see it here, is if we go up, you can see how those reds are getting redder. You've just got to be really, really careful that you don't take it too far. But, so if we go off and then we do turn the layer on and off, you can see we've just put a bit more punch into the reds. And that's, anyway, so, but going back to the other image, so this is the image we've got today. I don't think that looks too bad. It's okay. It is probably very bright in the middle here, but I can live with that. I hope you can too. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm being too frustrated today. Thank goodness the third one has finally worked. Again, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And, if you don't subscribe to my blog, please do that one as well. And I'll see you all next week with, I don't know what, but something. Okay, we'll see you then. Bye.